What's up, y'all? Welcome to the stream. Today, you're going to be learning what my type is. My personality type, that is. Free personality test. Wow. Personality test speedrun? Yeah. I have taken this quiz before. So I know generally what type I am, but I haven't taken this test in a very long time. So I kind of want to, see, whether I've changed or if I view things differently now. Hi, the tube. Join us on Twitch. Yes, follow them. These people are smart people. They know what they're doing. All right, let's get started. You make friends easily. This is kind of a weird one. I don't know. I'm going to be completely honest. The answer is kind of no. Yeah, it's not a hard no. It's not like I shun people. It's definitely not something that's really easy for me. It doesn't come super naturally. Despite what you guys may think, I actually am more on the introverted side. I can get very shy. Like, I can force myself to be extroverted and I can force myself to like talk to new people and stuff like that, but I have to motivate myself to do that. I can't just be naturally like a social butterfly. So I'm gonna lean towards disagree for that one. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too. Yes, I'm so bad. I don't want to be able to cry. I suck when it comes to when it comes to movies, I'm such a crier. It's bad. Even like the littlest little thing, I can cry. So I'm gonna put a good hard yes. You always do your best to prepare for potential obstacles in advance. Absolutely. I am definitely a planner. I'm not really the kind of person to be super spontaneous. Sometimes I will be, occasionally I'll be spontaneous, but for the most part, I like to have a general structure. When it comes to like a vacation, for example, I don't have every single little tiny detail mapped out, but I have the general ideas of what I want to do. I'm gonna put just an average agree. You usually stay calm, even under a lot of pressure. I would say this one is a yes for me. I am generally good at handling stress. I can get overwhelmed sometimes. For the most part, I'm pretty good under a lot of pressure. It's just kind of how I grew up. I grew up always being under a lot of pressure. Yeah, I'll say agree. I am part of the small INFJ crew. I've got an INTJ and INFJ. We might both be INFJs. We'll see at the end of this quiz if I'm still an INFJ or an INTJ, because I've gotten both. At social events, you rarely try to meet new people and most likely talk to the ones you already know. Absolutely. When it comes to social events or parties or something like that, I am definitely one of those people that will stay with the people that I already know. If the people I already know have left the party, I'm leaving the party. So this is an absolutely. Concrete facts and details, not theories and ideas, are what stick in your memory. I wonder if this is just trying to see whether I'm more of an analytical mind or a creative mind. But this one's a weird one because I think of all four. I remember everything. I just remember it all. Okay. I have big brain, perfect memory. Okay. I'm just gonna, this is a neutral one for me. Next. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so bad. I think this is one weakness that I've definitely identified in myself, is that I am hypercritical of everyone, including myself. Everyone and everything, I think in a very critical way, including myself. I am more harsh with myself than with anyone else. So absolutely. This, I even have a short story attached to this. So in high school, I was one of 4 candidates to be valedictorian. I took one math test, and that one math test, I got a B+, and that caused me to lose my spot as a valedictorian. I ended up being the salutatorian of the class, and the other 3 candidates became a valedictorian. And after that, I never took a math class ever again. I was done. Now I just like, math, too much. Too big brain for me. I can't do math anymore. Because I got a B+ in my AP calculus class. Ugh. So I blame math for me dropping out. I cannot stand math, right? It traumatized me, okay? In high school, I never had a B, okay? I only have A's because I'm Asian. Asians get A's. I got a B. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Like, if I know I need to talk to them about something, then sure. But if it's literally just a stranger, I'm gonna lean towards no. It's not like I can't, and it's not like I've never done that, because I have done that, maybe 1 or 2 times. But that better be a freaking interesting person, okay? They better have something about them that I immediately recognize. Like, for example, if they had like a Pichu keychain or something like that, then I would be like, cute. But other than that, that's gonna be a no. You are more inclined to follow your head than your heart. I would say this is something that I fight with myself with, because growing up, I definitely followed my head way more than I ever followed my heart. Growing up, it just like my own personal thoughts and feelings and emotions and stuff like that were just not important compared to what I needed to do for my own future and my family. Okay, so here's another story time. When I was 18, and it was around that time where I needed to, apply to colleges and stuff like that, I could either go to the Air Force Academy and go to the military, or I could go to UCLA and pursue entertainment. With the military academy, it's not as simple as just submitting, a college application that you can finish in 2 days. No. It takes like half a year, even a year, to apply to these academies. I did the entire freaking process. I did all of the interviews. I submitted their 5 million essays and physical tests and all these other million other tests. I did everything all the way up to the interview that you basically need to get nominated in order to go into a service academy, which means that you need to be nominated by a congressman, a senator, the vice president of the United States, or the president of the United States, okay? So you need to secure one of these nominations from these people, and they have a limited number of nominations that they can give to applicants. So it's super competitive. My sister and I both qualified to get, a senatorial interview 2 nights before the interview. I really had to think for myself, like, is this really what I want? I realized that the only reason I did the entire process was because it was what my mom wanted, and I decided I couldn't do it. Is there a good chance the version of NOLA would have never existed? Listen, that point in my life, I can very honestly say that was the most pivotal decision I have ever made in my entire life. Now, I will say that, I could have gone to the military and then dipped out after 2 years, or I could have gone to the military and then dipped out after 6 years, but I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't have the experience that I have. I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have. Who knows if I would even be in LA? So many things had to line themselves up for me to be here. I will say that most of the time, I will follow my head unless I absolutely know that it is a decision that is going to change my life. I'm going to do a slight agree, but not completely. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. I disagree. I very much disagree. I do care about my impression on people. I do care about what others think of me. Not to like a crazy degree, but I do definitely think about it. Especially the very first time meeting somebody, like the very first impression. Absolutely, I care. Yeah. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another. In concept, yes. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, I am definitely one of those people that will start something and just go like 1,000% into that thing, and then burn out and then move on to something else. I'm really bad with that. I have so many half-baked projects that I have. It's embarrassing how bad it is. You avoid leadership roles in group settings. Nah. Usually I'm the one that ends up taking the leadership role. I feel like anyone that's watched the Jubilee video would be like, Nola. Now, if there's a second person that's also like a leader type, I'll kind of gauge whether they would be the better leader or whether I would be the better leader. If I genuinely think that I would be a better leader, then I'll take the lead. But if I do think that they would be a better leader in this situation, I'll step back and I'll let them. I'm gonna go second disagree. I tend to be the leader in most situations. And growing up, I always led in all the group projects and did all the work, even for those lazy students that never did their part of the group project. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings? Ooh, there are some elements of the society in large, as far as like a global scale, that I think could be toned down. Cancel culture. Cancel culture, I think, is an example of people using their feelings way more than their own rational thought, because it's just like a mob. But on the other hand, people that are too rational tend to step on other people's feelings and tend to ignore people's feelings. Certain governments are kind of in this ballpark. Evil shouldn't be tolerated. Well, there's a difference between evil and mistakes. If it's straight up evil stuff, oh yeah, cancel them. Bye. You know? But if it's like, if it's something that's kind of on the fence of like, that's not great, but like, do they deserve to be shunned by the whole universe because of it? You know, it's just like, I'm gonna do a slight agree, but not much beyond that. You'd rather work with a competent person than a nice one? Absolutely. Yes. 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 This is... Guys, oh my gosh. Okay, this literally happened to me like last week. Okay, so some of you guys that watch my YouTube video, I mentioned that I've been kind of looking around to possibly find a new place to live. I ran into a situation where, okay, so my realtor agent, you know, usually I have this one particular person that helps, you know, me and my roommate with tours and stuff like that, but he wasn't available for one of the showings, so he had an associate come and do the showing for me, or for him. And let me tell you, this guy was the epitome of nice, but incompetent. Like, he was nice and he was considerate, but he couldn't do his job. Nice people are great if you're just being friends, but if you're trying to do a job, if you're trying to do work, I absolutely want a competent person that can do their freaking jobs, okay? Agree 1,000%. There is no faster way to get me upset than to be given a responsibility and then just completely fail at it, or just not even try, or to just not be able to do it at all. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment. Now, if you were to ask me this question in college, oh, absolutely, okay? I would do my essays the night before it was due, or even hours before it was due. I mean, that was really bad. But nowadays, I do tend to procrastinate maybe a little, but not to the point where it's like seconds before, you know? A slight agree. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours. I think that's harder with most people to be able to strongly empathize with someone that just has had a very different life from you. But I can still empathize with people that have lived completely different lives than me. Those same feelings of, you know, general like sadness or being angry or lonely or upset or frustrated, you know, those or happy and stuff like that. Those are kind of universal. So yeah, I still can. You rarely second guess the choices that you have made. I always second guess the choices that I've made. Man, this is a huge disagree for me. I second guess like everything that I do, okay? After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. No. If after a long and exhausting week, I don't want to talk to people. I'm tired. I need to go to sleep, but nah. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. Sometimes I can run into a situation where I feel like, huh? What? But not often. I'm gonna do a slight disagree, I think. You rarely feel insecure. This is I'm not gonna lie. I sometimes can feel insecure. Like, even though I may come across as being confident, and I can be confident, I do think about things and second guess myself a lot. So I'm going to disagree. You are still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. What's a long time ago? Are we talking like 5 years ago, 10 years ago? 6th grade? Birth? Yeah. I think about them, but I don't think I'm bothered by them. So I'm going to do a slight disagree. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time. No, I don't think I would. Most of the time, see, the thing is, I can work alone and I'm fine working alone, but most of the time I feel like I would get distracted. I definitely do my best work with other people, not just for, you know, bouncing ideas off of them, but also just for accountability. It's hard to motivate just purely off of my own merit sometimes, unless it's something I'm really passionate about. So I'm going to do a slight disagree. You often feel overwhelmed. This is a hard question for me to answer now, like literally right now, because recently I have been in a state where I feel overwhelmed the past few months. I'm the kind of person that overloads themselves with stuff to do, even to the point where it's hard to juggle them all. I feel like the answer would be slight disagree if it weren't for like my current situation. Current me is a slight agree, but normal Nola would be a slight disagree. I'm gonna do a slight agree just because this is how I feel right now. If you think your actions might upset others, you are very careful to assess whether they are worth it. Yeah. If I think that something I might do might upset someone, I do seriously think about it before doing it. So agree. You feel confident that things will work out for you. I'm gonna do a slight agree. Slightly. Cautiously optimistic, as I like to say. And I am a female. All right, y'all. We finally did it. We finally finished our quiz. So, who's ready to see the results? Drum roll, please. What is it? INFJ. So normally, last time I took this quiz, I got INTJ, and I flipped back and forth between INFJ and INTJ, but I guess the past year has made me a lot more emotional. I'm not 100% sure what this last letter is. I don't remember what this last one means, but anyway, this trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. Whoa, guys, 49%, 51%. This means that I'm almost a perfect perfect 50-50 between assertive and turbulent. Okay, so I got 42% extroverted and 58% introverted for mind, 37% thinking, 63% feeling. Let's look at the details, shall we? Advocates are the rarest personality types of all. Wow, I feel so special. Still, advocates leave their mark on the world. They have a deep sense of idealism and integrity, but they aren't idle dreamers. They take concrete steps to realize their goals and make a lasting impact. Advocates' unique combination of personality traits makes them complex and quite versatile. For example, advocates can speak with great passion and conviction, especially when standing up for their ideals. Yes. At other times, however, they may choose to be soft-spoken and understated, preferring to keep the peace rather than challenge others. Yes. So, okay, these first two paragraphs, I give my stamp of approval so far. That sounds pretty accurate. Advocates need to take some time alone now, and then to decompress, recharge, and process their thoughts and feelings. This is a lot more accurate than I thought it would be. Advocates may feel that they aren't allowed to rest until they've achieved their unique vision of success, but this mindset can lead to stress and burnout. I don't like being called out like this. Make me uncomfortable how accurate this is. Advocates you may know. Martin Luther King Jr. Oh my goodness. He's a cool dude. Lady Gaga. Morgan Freeman. Jon Snow, Game of Thrones. Strengths and weaknesses. Creative. Advocate personalities enjoy finding the perfect solution to the people they care about. Advocates can pursue their ideals with a single-mindedness that may catch others off guard. These personalities rarely settle for good enough, and their willingness to disrupt the status quo may not please everyone. Advocates generally aim to use their strengths for the greater good. I can't read. They rarely enjoy succeeding at other people's expense. Weaknesses. All right. Let's see. Sensitive to criticism. When someone challenges their principles or values, advocates may react strongly. Maybe a little. It kind of depends. Yeah. Reluctant to open up. Advocates value honesty, but they're also private. They may find it difficult to open up and be vulnerable about their struggles. Possibly. I don't know. Prone to burnout. This is, Advocates' perfectionism and reserve may leave them with few options for letting off steam. People with this personality type can exhaust themselves if they don't find a way to balance their drive to help others with necessary self-care and rest. Okay, well, let's see their romantic relationships. Advocates tend to take the process of finding a romantic partner seriously. People with this personality type look for depth and meaning in their relationships, preferring not to settle for a match that's found in anything less than true love. This is absolutely true. I'm not a casual person when it comes to this type of stuff. Great feelings and heart. Okay. Friendships. Advocates tend to light up around friends who share their passions, interests, and beliefs. Few things give these personalities more pleasure than connecting with others over discussions about meaningful ideas and philosophies. You know me, talking about philosophy all the time with all my friends. Searching for a heart of gold. Just as advocates have high standards for themselves, they also have high standards for their friendships. They want to... I have high standards. I can't deal with incompetent people. I feel attacked, right? I feel attacked right now. Advocates have a quiet determination that can be charismatic, and their ability to express themselves clearly and passionately can make them shine. At times, these traits lead to unwanted attention and popularity, who tend to be private. Are you implying that you feel unwanted popularity? It's this weird juxtaposition where I both enjoy it and am trying to, I don't know, get used to it. It's this weird thing. Growing up, I was never the popular kid. I don't know. So one of my friends from high school, I had a conversation with him like 2-3 years ago. He and I went to the same high school together. We were friends in high school. He's known me for a very long time. After a while, he just told me, like, wow, you and I would have been I like college Nola, because college Nola and high school Nola are totally different. At that point, I realized just how much I had changed from growing up and then becoming an adult with my own independence. Now I don't mind popularity. It's just something that I'm still getting used to. Does that make sense, chat? I see popularity as an unfortunate necessity for my career path. I agree, roll call. I agree, Kai. For what I want to do, like for example, I want to be a voice actor and streamer. Both of those things require some amount of popularity to be successful. That's how it is sometimes. Career paths. Oh boy, everybody. Let's see if I have chosen the correct career path for my life. What do we got here? This desire to help and connect can make roles as counselors, psychologists, teachers, social workers, yoga instructors, and spiritual leaders very rewarding for advocates. I am literally a substitute teacher. Now, I will say that teacher is not my ultimate like dream job, though. It is something that I still like, though, you know. Many advocates are also strong communicators. This explains why they are often drawn to careers in writing. I have an English degree. Where advocates struggle is in work that doesn't take personal needs into consideration, is overly repetitious, or promotes conflict. That is true. I don't like jobs that are overly repetitious or is gonna be open to conflict, you know? Like I was a waitress at one point in customer service. Oh my, yikes. I don't think anyone enjoys that work, but you know. Oh, there's different ones. So if you're, okay, so advocate subordinates, advocate colleagues, and advocate managers. I'm just going to read advocate managers because... Anyway, rather than micromanage their subordinates, advocates often prefer to empower them to think and act independently. Yes, they work hard to encourage others, not crack the whip. Right. That's not to say that advocates have low standards. Their sense of equality means that they expect their subordinates to live up to the standards they set for themselves. Yes. All right, let's look at colleagues really quick. At times, efficiency may be less of a priority for advocates than collaborating with and helping colleagues who need a boost. Advocates have little tolerance for lapses in reliability or morality. Yes, both actually, you know. Reliability and morality, I will just slap that, you know? Wait, no. Maybe I should rephrase that. I will banhammer right on top of that, okay? Conclusion. Few personality types are as passionate and enigmatic as advocates. Some of this personality type, you stand up for your imagination, your compassion, your integrity, and your deeply held principles. What you've read so far is just an introduction. It represents less than 5% of what we can tell you about the advocate personality type. I've been reading for an hour. I think I've already been attacked enough. Thanks 16 personalities. Thanks Myers Briggs. A for assertive and turbulent. Okay, let me see if I can find assertive and turbulent. Where is it? Okay, assertive versus turbulent. Now remember, even though it says T, I got a 49%, 51%. This is as down the middle as I feel like anyone can even possibly get. So calm in the storm. They're self-assured, even-tempered, resistant to stress. Problems may arise for them if their confidence turns into overconfidence. Okay, so a little bit of ego. Turbulent individuals are success-driven, perfectionistic, and eager to improve. They tend to notice little problems and often do something about them before they become larger ones. That is true. If I identify something that could be a problem, I like to fix it immediately instead of allowing it to possibly grow and become worse in the future. I can see myself in both of them, assertive and turbulent, but I will say I think I identify slightly more with turbulence. So yeah, I think even though it's a 51%, I would even argue maybe slightly more in the T direction, maybe an extra 10%. I don't know. This was my Myers Briggs personality test results. So INFJ-t. If anyone out there is also taking this quiz, or you've done this quiz before, let me know what you think in the comments below. What type are you? If you want to take this quiz, I'll put a link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all those good things that literally every single YouTuber tells you to do. See, the reason we tell you to do these things is because it helps the algorithm, and every like, comment, subscribe that you do tells the algorithm to promote our video, which is why we want you guys to do that. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye.